A lot of people want to lose weight, sometimes at various different points in their life when various different circumstances causes them to lose weight. That's totally fine. But one thing that I see really often is people trying to ride fasted and starve themselves on the ride so that they burn more fat. Now in this video, I want to explore whether or not that's true or not, whether or not you should be doing it in order to lose weight. So I'm going to explore the question, should you ride fasted in order to lose more weight? Let's get stuck in. So the answer, right at the beginning of the video, rather than dragging it out for you, is no. Most people should not ride fasted if they want to lose weight. Now I'm going to explore some of the reasons why. So it kind of comes from a bit of a misconception, first of all, where people think if I want to lose weight, I need to exercise, which is correct, and they think that they then burn fat whilst they're exercising. So they think if I go and do 2 or 3 hours of a ride, I'm burning fat whilst I exercise, and as I do more rides, I'll burn more fat. That's how it works. It's kind of true, but it's also not true. Mountain biking in general is high intensity, so you're mainly using glycogen as fuel, unless it's at a really low intensity, which the majority of our mountain bike rides aren't. So you're using glycogen, which is carbs, which means you're going to be using energy from your muscles. You're not going to be burning fat as energy. So that's kind of the first misconception which you want to bear in mind. Now you actually burn fat as a whole by being in a calorie deficit. So when you burn more calories than you eat, you lose weight. And that is over a week, over a day, over a week, over a month. You need to be in a calorie deficit in general. So as an example, if you burn 2,500 calories per day and you ate 2,000 calories, you're going to lose weight. Now when you're exercising, doesn't matter. You're not losing the fat whilst you're exercising. You're losing the fat in general when you're actually resting, when you're in that calorie deficit over time. So the exercise that you do, like riding your bike, like going training in the gym, increases your calorie expenditure, and that makes it easier to lose weight, because if you eat 2,500 calories a day, let's just say 2,500 calories a day was the amount of calories that you sort of maintained weight at. If you ate 2,500 calories a day, but then went out and did a ride which burnt 500 calories, you're then down to 2,000 calories. If you went and burnt 1,000 calories, you can eat 500 calories still, and you're still minus 500, if that makes sense. So what you want to do is, rather than obsessing over the specific point of exercise, you want to zoom out with your approach, and you want to think about everything you're eating and drinking from when you wake up to when you go to bed, and you want to make sure that you're in an overall calorie deficit. So that's the main reason that it doesn't really matter whether you fasted or not while you ride. You're not going to burn more fat. Now, in many cases, it can actually be less beneficial for you, because what will happen is that as you're losing energy on your ride, you get to an hour, you get to 90 minutes, when you've used up all of the energy that you've got in your body, you're going to start to hit a wall, your energy levels are going to start to drop off, and you're going to start to get tired. And what that means is that you're not going to ride as hard, you're not going to ride as far, you're not going to enjoy your ride more, and that will all combine to mean you actually burn less calories while you're riding rather than more, because you might have to stop an hour sooner, you might not be able to push yourself as hard, so you're not going to burn as many calories. So what I recommend is eating a healthy diet in general, and then eating every 30 to 40 minutes whilst you ride. It's really important. So when you eat every 30 to 40 minutes whilst you ride, you keep your energy levels high, you keep glycogen going into your muscles, you keep that sugar stores keep coming in. And what that means is that you're going to give yourself a constant sort of boost of energy, a constant drip feed of energy, so that you can ride harder, ride for longer. And then all that means is that it's part of a general calorie deficit. So you can burn calories whilst you're riding. You could eat all of those calories if you wanted and just be in a calorie deficit from your nutrition the rest of the time. Or you might burn 1,000 calories while you ride, eat 500 calories whilst you ride to maintain your energy, and you've still burnt an extra 500 calories there. It can also mean, one mistake that people make when they do ride fasted is that they don't eat whilst they ride. They get home and then they are absolutely ravenous when they get in the door, and then they raid the fridge, they raid the cupboards, or they just eat for the rest of the night and end up starving. So that's one thing that you want to avoid. It's no good burning 1,000 calories on a ride and then consuming 2,000 calories immediately afterwards because you're starving. When you eat regularly whilst you ride, you avoid yourself getting into that situation, so you're not overeating on calories, which obviously would not be a good idea. And then the final reason is because I forgot, but I will tell you in a minute. I forgot that last reason, but I've got it back. The other reason is for your recovery. So if you don't eat whilst you ride, you might not get enough calories on board, and your body, or you won't, it's hard to eat enough calories afterwards to help you recover. So what that can mean is that the next day, because you've underconsumed far less calories than you should have done, that can mean that you don't have energy the day after. So you do your ride and then you want to train the next day, but you're just really low energy because you've not, your muscles aren't full of glycogen. They don't have the energy to actually put that effort in the next day. So that is obviously a bad thing. You want to make sure that you've got consistent energy all the time. You don't want to starve yourself on one ride and then have to kind of rebuild your energy stores for the next day or two. Ideally, what you want is to ride, but then have refilled your energy stores so that you're good to go the next day. And what that does is it helps you consistently burn calories, consistently keep using energy to keep you in that calorie deficit to help you losing weight. So I hope that has answered that question for you. I did a Facebook post on it that was pretty popular. It was obviously a topic that people were interested in. So I thought I'll elaborate a little more and do this video for it. I've got other weight loss videos out there for you as well. So have a check on the channel and have a watch of those. And if you do want to follow more MTB fitness videos, please make sure you subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.